If you have clicked on this video and or have watched this channel before, I can almost guarantee you play video games. As a gamer, you probably play a wide variety of games hailing from different genres. There comes a time when you get older and mature as a gamer where you'll start to branch out from the genre you were brought up on. During this time, you'll experiment with some games that you might not have wanted to try before. Sometimes the games that you play will become some of your new favorites, and sometimes you may not like it. But what happens when you like a genre and buy a game but just never get around to playing it? It ends up going in your backlog, and that's what this video is about. Before we start this video, I'd like to apologize for the 2 weeks with no videos uploaded. In America, we had Thanksgiving, and right after that I picked up a sickness, which from this voiceover you can definitely tell I'm not fully recovered yet. I really didn't want to go a third week without a video, so for this video you'll have to deal with my congested voice and constant cuts to get rid of coughing. Videos should be more consistent in the upcoming weeks, so make sure to stay tuned for that. Anyways, let's get back to the video. Thank you for continuing to watch these videos, I really do appreciate it. I know that I personally have a very big gaming backlog with games like 9 Souls, Persona 4 and 5, Devil May Cry 4 and 5, the Crash Bandicoot trilogy, and plenty more that would take too long to name. It's not like I don't want to play these games, it's just the fact that these games either came out at times where other games were more important to me, or when I bought the games, there was other games that were more important to me. Some of the games on this list are completely untouched, but some games I'm a decent amount in. Those ones are the worst because I start and forget how to play the game, and now I'm in a part of the game where being proficient with the controls is necessary to progress, but I need a tutorial to tell me how to do the basic actions in the game again. This is why certain games just get stuck in the backlog where they will eventually be finished just to be replaced by another game in the backlog. But why do we do this? Why do we buy a game that isn't interesting enough to play? This kind of question is a trick question, because we would never buy a game that isn't interesting enough to play, but we buy a game that is interesting to us, and we may even love, but we just don't end up playing it, like we're saving it for some special occasion. I know plenty of people who do this in real life with other things, waiting for the perfect occasion to do that thing they've always wanted to do. This seems like something good in the moment because you want to have the perfect environment so you can do what you want perfectly, and I'm here to tell you that doing what you want to do perfectly the first time is never going to happen, so stop waiting. Go talk to that girl you've always wanted to talk to, start that business you wanted to start, mend friendships that you want to bring back together, or whatever else you want to do. As dumb as it may sound to you in the moment, the perfect time is now because you have more time left than you ever will have again. I'm not blaming you considering I've done it plenty of times. Heck, I even waited to post on this YouTube channel for the perfect time that never came, and it took my friend pushing me to do it to actually make it happen. And now I have a video that is almost at 9K views and have built up a subscriber base of approximately 150 people. This may not sound like a lot in the grand scheme of things because it really isn't, but to me it still means a lot and motivates me to keep going on my YouTube journey. The Roman Empire didn't start out as this massive civilization. Everything has to start somewhere, and it will never start where it finishes. There will always be something learned, something changed, or something gained from starting something. So what is the point in waiting if failure is the worst thing that can happen? Because I'd argue that not trying is worse than failure, and I think that most people know that in their head, but they're scared of the failure more than they are of not trying. I challenge you as the viewer to change your mindset to having not trying be the scariest thing, and failure is the thing that teaches you to be better. I have had plenty of videos on this channel underperform my expectations, but instead of being upset about it, I try to change my talking points and learn from what I did well on my channel to make my videos enjoyable and perform as I want. You can make the perfect video and still underperform something that you feel isn't as good. You may think this is an over-exaggeration and that gaming is unserious, so why take your gaming backlog seriously as if it was you not trying? This is true, but I grew up playing sports and I was taught that you practice how you play, so something that doesn't seem important doesn't mean you don't teach yourself the right way of playing the game, and same goes for the other way around. If you practice, as in you take the chance with the gaming backlog, you are more likely to take that chance with the really important thing that you're waiting for. The perfect time will never come, and you're not waiting anymore, so you practice these things the way you want it to happen, and when you want it to, and not when the perfect time is. Now some people really do just not have enough time to play all their games as soon as they buy them, so they end up building a gaming backlog that they do go and play when they get the time, and that is completely fine, but I guarantee if you have enough time to make a gaming backlog that you probably are an avid gamer and definitely have enough time to get to these backlog games. This video isn't to accuse you of anything, it's to help you better yourself from simple things so that you can comfortably do it in small steps instead of trying to take a giant leap. Everyone has their problems, but if you can start to solve yours with things that you like, it will make everything easier. I have gone through it and can say these small steps really do work. I encourage you, if you have the time, and of course have a gaming backlog, to go right after this video, boot up one of those games that sounds the most interesting, and play it for a little bit. It might not be that big of a thing to play a video game, but a win is still a win. Doing something that you don't immediately want to do is always something that is worth celebrating. But with that as a baseline, you have to go up from there. You can't stay at the same spot, and take your daily victories and acknowledge them, and try to slowly improve off of this. This will make your life more understandable and easier to maintain. At the end of the day, when push comes to shove, it will not matter that you did or didn't play a video game at a specific time. What truly matters is what you do with the experiences and lessons that you learn from each of the small things that you do in your daily life. If you can pick up healthy habits from even the most simple things, you will be a learner that outclasses most other people. So many of us live on autopilot every single day without noticing it. You don't even notice that you do all the things you want to do, and if you do something you don't want to do, it's because you're forced to do it, and your mind isn't fully on the task that you should be doing. Doing these small things that challenge your immediate positive reaction will help you learn from these things and these feelings in situations where the outcome will truly matter in the long run. I have used making these videos, for example, to do this exact thing. I don't always feel like making videos, and if I'm being honest, I really never feel like making the videos, but when I do make the videos, I do enjoy it, and the outcome does matter to me. So these small challenges that I make to my positive feelings really do mean something, so I can be productive and get my work done. So, to answer the question of why we all have a gaming backlog, I will sum up what I've been saying into the most concrete answer that I can think of. I think the reason why most of us have a gaming backlog is because we focus too much on the positive emotion. It feels good to spend money, hence why a lot of people have spending problems, but sometimes starting up a game doesn't feel as fun, and as dumb as it sounds, that will stop some people from playing a game. And if this sounds dumb to you, it's because it is. Take that as a challenge to not let yourself do this thing, where you sit there and let small hits of dopamine rule your entire life, because it will also ruin your entire life. There are exceptions to this, however. Obviously, there are content creators who have a lot of games to play and just don't get to play every single one immediately. And I would also say that people who have a small gaming backlog just haven't played the games yet. But there are people with a lot of games that they have yet to play, and they will still buy the newest game because it's interesting. And they will not finish the games that they should be finishing. And when they buy these new games, they will just add them to the pile of unplayed games, frankly wasting your money, which you shouldn't want to do, obviously. To end this video, I would like to again apologize for the lack of videos in the past 2 weeks. They should be back on a consistent schedule now. I would like to also thank you for watching this video to the end. Let me know if you liked the video in the comments, or just like and subscribe to give me positive feedback, or even negative feedback. Anything helps. With that being said, thank you for watching this video, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. God bless.